CrossFit zombies. So fast. Don't skip cardio day. Hey guys, welcome back to the Functional Athletics Online Fitness Experience. This is day number 3 of the week, the cardio day. We've called this one 28 WODs later, outrunning a CrossFit zombie. This is kind of feeding off that fun pandemic video that we did last week of Sean waking up and trying to escape from the zombie. So he's going to take you guys through the warm-up, mobility, and WOD for the day. All right, Sean, take it away.
All right, guys. So what we're going to be starting with is our warm-up. This warm-up, we're going to go for 6 minutes. In that time, we're going to do as many rounds as possible of 20 jumping jacks, 4 walkouts, 10 air squats, and then 10 alternating dumbbell or kettlebell deadlifts, whichever one you have. So we're going to do that for 6 minutes. After we finish that, we're going to go into our mobility. For our mobility today, we're going to start with 30 reps of our hamstring gliding, just 30 reps total, alternating sides. After that, we're going to go into our lunge stretch. And all of our stretching mobility here, we're going to be holding for about 30 to 45 seconds. So starting with the lunge stretch, then into our bottom of the squat stretch, then we're going to do some Passovers with either a broom or dowel, or even if you just have a towel or something that you're able to get over and back. And then we're going to finish with 30 to 45 seconds in our prison stretch. After that, we have a nice long cardio WOD for the day. The way this one's going to work is you're going to have 25 minutes to complete the WOD. If you do complete the WOD, then we have a little core finisher here, which is an AMRAP at the end for those of you guys that finish a little fast and need something else to do. So what we're going to be starting with is 60 dumbbell swings. This is single arm, and we're just going up to about face level or just slightly above. So that is 60 total. Split 30 on each side, but you can break it up as you need to. If you want to do 10 on one side, then 10 on the other side, or do 20 on one side, however you want to break it up, as long as it's evenly split between you both your arms. After your 60 dumbbell swings, 30 burpees over your dumbbell, do a burpee on one side, and then jump over your dumbbell. That's 1 rep. You have to jump over it after every burpee. So 30 burpee over the dumbbell, then 60 dumbbell thrusters. With this one, we're going to be just using one hand, so you're going to squat down and then finish locked out overhead. That's 1. So you do however many you want on one side and do the same amount on the other side. Again, we're going to break that 60 evenly between our 2 sides. So after our 60 dumbbell thrusters, then 30 sit-ups, then 60 dumbbell snatch, alternating, and then 30 sit-ups, 60 more dumbbell thrusters, followed by 30 burpees over our dumbbell, and then finishing with 60 more dumbbell swings. Alright, so it is a spicy workout. Now, if you do finish that inside of 25 minutes, so you have some time to spare, what you're going to be moving into is an AMRAP. It starts with a 1-minute plank in a push-up position. So you hold for a minute. After that, you do 3 rounds of 5 V-snaps and 10 hollow body rocks. Alright, so we're going to take you over to the floor, we're going to go through what all these different movements are and scaling options as well, and then, yeah, that's our workout. See you guys in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. So, going through our workout, we're starting on our warm-up, and we're starting with 20 jumping jacks. So, I'm just going to show you, starting arms and legs together, jumping out, jumping jacks, we're doing 20 of those. After your 20 jumping jacks, we're going to do 4 walkouts. So starting from standing, keeping the legs as straight as possible, walking to a push-up position, doing your push-up, then walk yourself back to standing. If you need to scale that push-up down at all, you're going to walk yourself out to your push-up position, drop your knees, push up, back to your toes, and then back up to standing. After your 4 walkouts, 10 air squats. So just thinking quality on our air squats, still want them to look good. Driving those knees out, keeping even pressure on the foot, tall chest. After that, 10 alternating dumbbell or kettlebell deadlifts. So we're going to be a little bit wider stance. Down, grabbing our dumbbell, up to standing, and then back down. We're just going to switch hands, and then back up to standing. We're going to do 10 reps, just alternating sides, and then we move back to our jumping jacks. We're going to go for 6 minutes for our warm-up. After our warm-up, going into our mobility. For arm mobility, we're going to start with 30 reps of our hamstring glides. So he's going to step out, heel down, toe up, keeping the leg locked out, sweep down as low as you can, then switch to the other side. We're just going to go back and forth until you accumulate 30 between both legs. After that, we're going to go into our long lunge stretch. He's going to grab his foot, other hand on the floor, push his hips down towards the floor, just getting a good stretch as he does so. We're going to hold this for about 30 to 45 seconds, and then we'll switch to the other side, and 30 to 45 seconds on the other side. After we get that done on both sides, then we're going to move into our squat stretch. So setting up in our squat stance, driving our knees out with our elbows, tall chest, just trying to let those hips settle down in between your heels. Again, 30 to 45 seconds. After that, we're going to grab our dowel. We're going to do about 30 to 45 seconds of Passovers. So just back to the back to the front. Something that you can grab wide enough where you're able to keep that arm straight all the way around to your back and then back to your front. After about 30 to 45 seconds of those, we're going to do our prison stretch. Prison stretch, we're going to have both hands on the wall, trying to push that chest down towards the floor in between your arms there. Try and keep the hands up higher than your back. 30 to 45 seconds there. Okay? After that, we have our workout. So we're going to have a 25-minute running clock, so you want to have a stopwatch or a timer going on your phone or something like that. And we're going to be starting with dumbbell or kettlebell swings. This is done with a single arm, and we're going to be swinging back down through the legs, up just about to face level there. So trying to keep yourself relatively square and not twisting too much, being loaded just on one side of that dumbbell, up to face level, always a tall chest straight back for these reps. Alright? So after your 60 dumbbell swings, then you're going to do 30 burpees over your dumbbell. So I'm going to put our dumbbell on the floor. You're going to do a burpee on one side. When you do, you want to try and jump those feet forward so they're landing right beside your dumbbell for ease of jumping right over top of that dumbbell, side to side. After your 30 reps of your burpees over your dumbbell, then 60 dumbbell thrusters, all right? We're going to be just having that dumbbell in one hand. He's going to drop down to the squat, drive up, locking that arm right out overhead, okay? We'll be switching back and forth side to side however you deem appropriate, whether you have a weight where you need to switch every 5, or you can switch every 10, or you can do all 30 on one side, all 30 on the other, whatever feels best for you. After your 60 dumbbell thrusters, then we're going to do 30 sit-ups. If you have an AMRAP, you can use that, otherwise you'll just be on the floor. Palms of the feet together, knees out. He's going to lean back, touch the floor just above his head. He's going to sit up and touch his feet. Try and reach right up forward towards your toes. Okay? So 30 sit-ups. After our 30 sit-ups, we have 60 dumbbell snatch. We're going to be alternating sides with each repetition here. So down to the floor, right up to overhead, and then back down to the floor. Now you can switch hands if you're comfortable in doing that in the air after you pass kind of eye level there. Otherwise, you can take it right down to the floor, switch hands on the floor, and then carry it to overhead. All right, after your dumbbell snatch, we're going to do another round of our 30 sit-ups, then another 60 dumbbell thrusters, then another 30 burpees over the dumbbell, followed by another 60 dumbbell swings, okay? If you have time in your 25 minutes left after you complete all of that work, then we move into our bonus core down here. Okay, we're going to start with a 1-minute push-up position plank. So we're in our push-up position, his core is tight, he's keeping his hips up so he's not allowing those to sag down. We're going to spend 1 minute in that position. After that, we're going to flip over, we're going to be doing V-snaps. So for our V-snaps, we're coming up, bringing the hands to the toes. If this movement is a little advanced, and we're not quite comfortable, we're going to be switching that to full crunches. So he's going to lean back, bring the knees up to the chest. This is a scaled version of that movement. After you complete your 5 reps of that, then we're going to do 10 hollow body rocks. So with the hollow body rocks, we're really thinking about pushing that low back into the floor, and we're rocking on that low back the entire time, keeping those shoulder blades up off the floor as much as possible. If you find that you're creating an arch in that back, you're not able to maintain that position, you're better served by scaling this back to dead bugs. Still, we're going to really think about that position. So he's pulled his shoulder blades up off the floor. He's going to reach out with his right arm and his left leg, and then he's going to bring them back. And then he's going to reach out with his left arm and right leg, and just alternating, and we'll do 10 reps reps alternating to that. But the important piece is keeping that low back flat into the floor.
With the dead bug, speed is not ideal though. Doing it slow and controlled like that is way more important than trying to just rip through the reps really quickly, okay? You have much more control, you'll feel it way more in your abs if you move a little bit slower.
All right, and that is cardio day week 3.
Tell you how to run across the zombie and do this stuff.
Do it.
Keep it up, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy.